I flew the Boeing 737 for Pacific Western Airlines, Canadian Airlines, and Air Canada and Zip. I was on this aircraft. I checked out on it in 1980 and I retired off it in 2004. So I've spent 24 years flying Boeing 737s. 737 is a medium-range aircraft. It was used mainly for domestic flying in North America, and there's been thousands of them built. They're just a beautiful basic airplane that just does the job and does it well. This aircraft is actually over 30 years old. It was built in about 1969 or 1970, and it has thousands of hours on it. I'll get myself a little more comfortable. And then put on seatbelt. We had to use a checklist, and it was always read and respond. So the first officer would read the checklist and the captain would respond and make sure that that actual switch was in the position that it should be in. So we would have the pre-flight checklist, the setting up checklist, the taxi checklist, the before takeoff checklist, the after takeoff checklist. Going through 10,000 feet, there'd be a checklist, leveling off checklist, and descent checklist. This is a basic flight director FD108 assist setup where you've got airspeed. These are compasses, 2 compasses, an artificial horizon altimeter. This is a radio altimeter, and this would be your rate of climb, and a 24-hour clock. Very basic. And this is your standby horizon. These are all the engine instruments that we would use to monitor the engines. They are jet engine, JT8D-9As. We've got pressure ratio gauges, N1s, N2s, fuel flow, exhaust gas temperatures, and here we have oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity, and vibes. Because a turbine engine sometimes develops vibrations and we need to monitor them just to make sure that everything is fine. Here's the fuel gauges. That we have 2 wing tanks and a center tank. For each tank, there's 2 pumps in each tank. So if one pump fails, you've always got the backup. Here we have the autopilot and the flight director. Down here, we have speed brake. This is the little flap that comes up on top of the wing that destroys lift when we're ready to, or touching down. This is a trim, this is a brake, thrust reversers here, thrust levers here, flap, another trim on this side. These are the engine fire warning switches. All of this is radios. We have 2 VHF comms and 2 VORs, and we have, and this is all the switching. And these are the trim tabs for rudder trim and aileron trim. Okay, so over here we have the flight control systems, are your hydraulic systems, and this is your navigation and compass switching. Fueling system. Up here, this whole panel is electrical. We've got 2 generators on each engine and an auxiliary power unit that supplies electrical power as well. Circuit breakers, no smoke seatbelt sign. Windows are actually heated to prevent breakage. Pitot heat, engine anti-ice. These are hydraulic pumps. And the other panel over here is all pressurization and temperature control. So basically that's a Boeing 737.